What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN USD. It is the 20th day of February, and here we are sitting at about $0.002 with roughly 9 hours and 25 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I realize it's been a little bit of time, not even a week, since I've made my last ZBCN video. I've been wanting to make a ZBCN video over the past 2 days. I just haven't. I haven't had time. It's been a very busy week for me, you guys. But nonetheless, we haven't really done much, right? So I picked a good time to take a little time off, right? Some people are like, why aren't you making videos on CBCN anymore? It's been like 3 days, guys. It's been 3 days. I'm sorry that it's not every single day, but at the same time, how I make my videos, if everything's being boring, I will talk about the coins that I hold or that I have interest in, and I am interested in ZBCN, but I don't hold it, right? I'm interested in buying some. I think it's an interesting project. I think there's interesting things about it, but whenever it's moving sideways, I have to kind of pick and choose my battles. Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Onyx Coin, those are my bread and butter. After that, it's kind of a free-for-all, right? And I've only had time really to make like 3 or 5 videos a day over the past week, so I'm trying to fix that and get set up to where I can get back to making like 8 or more videos a day. I've just been, again, a lot of stuff has been going on. Anyways, $0.02 right now, 9 hours, 24 minutes left in this day. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. This is really weird price action. It's really weird. 1 hour time frame. I don't expect this to help us out at all. Yeah, I'm not even going to focus on this. It's just too weird. 4 hour time frame. Let's get into that, okay? 4 hour time frame. Looking at the RSI here, it is a bit bearish. Yeah, double top in the overbought zone. You know, rejecting down a little bit, coming down. You are consolidating. Maybe I shouldn't say bearish. You're neutral. You're very neutral, but it's weird. It is still weird. Stochastics look bearish here. The MACD looks bearish here as well. So you've got some bearish prospects. Overall kind of neutral, but that makes sense because this is a relatively neutral pattern, right? Symmetrical triangle, a pennant, whatever you want to call it. It's not a pennant. This would definitely not be a pennant. Pennant comes, you know, like this, and it like slowly forms a like triangle shape like that, right? After a move up. This, if it was a pennant, it would have just been a lot smaller. It would have been over here, right? This overall thing is just a wedge or a symmetrical triangle at best, anyways. If we break below zeros, if we break below these lows, we likely will return to these lows or lower. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, I really wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Unless Bitcoin saves the day, something happens where the crypto markets start to move up. But looking at this here on the daily time frame, it certainly does seem as though what we did here was we broke through critical areas of support. We back tested that support for resistance. We found resistance, and likely we're probably going to come back down. I would expect here from a low to a relative high that what we do is come back down to the golden ratio at about 0.0018 to 0.0175. We'll likely come back down there. If we don't find support there and perhaps recover and start to build, there is a possibility where we could go lower and maybe down to the 0.0159 to 0.0167 area. I'm expecting that we'll hold support of the golden ratio 0.0175 to 0.0182. We'll hold support there and then move up. But the question after that is, what do we do? Do we find resistance here, or do we break through there? If we can get above the 382, this is likely a higher low, something to build from, and we can talk about moving back up to 0.03 or somewhere thereabouts. If we find resistance here in this zone, then we likely come back down, and we could talk about the possibility of going lower. There is that possibility now. We really could see a lower low. I'm not expecting that necessarily or calling for that myself, but let's see if maybe we should expect it. Let's see. Low to high here. I'm going to take the actual high, not the fake out high. I mean, just looking at this personally, I would not be surprised if we did see a lower low. And if that lower low came in at the golden ratio here at 0.012821. Wow, that's perfect. That's what they call a radar, right? It's like the same. If you do it from here to there, and then you do it in reverse, it's 12821, 12821 both ways. It's serendipitous. At the golden ratio too. It's perfect. It's meant to be. Lower low trajectory Kind of lines up with what I'm expecting with Bitcoin too. I'm expecting an end of month dump, beginning of month dump in March, and then recovery. So that's the call. I'm going to make that the call. From here, ZBCN, Zebecians, you can do a bunch of things. First and foremost, before we go lower, maybe you pump 20%. Maybe you get a fake out and you get a relative double top here, and then you dump down. I don't know. You're in a symmetrical triangle. Anything can happen. Fake outs happen with symmetrical triangles, oftentimes. I think wedges are most prone to fake outs. Whereas, like, let's see. Patterns like head and shoulders patterns are not prone to fake outs. What other patterns are not prone to fake outs? Harmonic patterns, probably. I don't know. There's a lot of patterns that are. Wedges, any triangle, they're typically very prone to fake outs. Anyways, getting away from that. Talking about lower prices. From here, that's a 37% drop. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor at all. You know, here on this day, I was like, I know we're down a lot. I don't think it's a good time to sell. We're probably going to rally. We're probably going to see a good rally. We might even go all the way back up to 0.003, at least 0.002, right? I was saying that down there. It's not a good time to sell. We're at low points. It's not ideal. You're below any prices that you've seen in a long time. But again, we're in this bear market mode where the objective is not to cry over any lost funds from the bull market, any lost opportunities, lost profits from the bull market, or any deficits that you've taken, right? It's not a time to cry about that. What the time is for right now in the bear market is to accumulate cash. Accumulate cash so that you can buy at the cheap bear market low prices, which we're not there yet. We're definitely not at the bear market low prices. So if I was holding ZBCN, let's say that I bought the absolute top and I haven't sold until now here, I probably wouldn't sell now. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably take my licks, wait for March to be good, and sell at higher prices. That's where I would sell, right? In this like kind of lower high trajectory. Because why? Because if I'm wrong and it goes up here, I would be really pissed. If I'm wrong, then I'd be really pissed. And I believe it's going to go up here one way or another. But if I had bought, maybe in this range here, or bought relatively speaking here, or especially if I bought the low, yeah, I would be very inclined to sell here. I'd be very inclined to sell because there's no reason to really hold through all this risk, this potential of dropping 40%. Now, if you bought all the way up here and you're hearing the potential to drop 40%, and that makes you want to sell, make your own decisions. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I would just say, let's pretend that you bought from the red line here or higher. You bought at some of the highest prices in ZBCN's history. I would say you're already down 57%. 72% is still pretty big. I don't know. Moments like this, I don't like to sell when I'm down because it always bites me in the ass. The reason why isn't this, right? This is why. Say you sell here and the price does this. You would think, oh, so it didn't bite me in the ass. But did you buy there? That's the question. Did you buy back? When it comes up, did you buy back here? Or were you waiting for it to pull back so that you could buy back at a higher low? You didn't buy at the absolute low, but you're going to buy back. Oh, but that never happened. That never happened. You didn't get the pullback. It actually went all the way up here. Or the pullback happened, but it's smaller than you expected, and then it moves back up, and before you know it, now you're back above the price that you're at, and it's going to the exact levels where you wish you were going to sell, but you sold here because you thought you were going to buy here, but you never did. You know what I mean? For me, instead of playing all these what-if games, it's easier to just say, all right, I bought the top, I bought wrong prices, and I'm just going to hold through it now. And then I'll buy more, if anything. Or I'll wait for a better time to sell. Again, I don't hold any ZBCN. I haven't bought any myself, but that's what I would do. That's just kind of a glimpse into my thought process there. I don't really have much else to say. All I can say right now is I'm pretty confident that we do see lower lows. There's a chance that we hold support at 0.0178, and even that from here, 0.0178, even that from here is 13, 14, 15% selling pressure. So that's still enticing enough to play a little bit there. The objective right now, guys, for the average person in the crypto market should not be to play around to try to buy and sell and trade and do all this stuff in this screwy market. That should not be your objective. Your objective should just be stack cash. Where for a while the objective has been to stack crypto, stack various cryptos and hold, right? For the alt season that never came, the objective now is to stack cash, so that for the bear market that is happening now, once the bear market's at its ass end, which will probably be in Q3 of this year, we will have enough capital to deploy at very, 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 very cheap prices. And then whenever the bull market starts, you're in a very, very strong position to do what you need to do. Anyways, I've got nothing else. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the